Hey guys, part 3 of my opinion on modern horror films. I hope you check out my 2 other parts. And now we're gonna talk about a little bit more remakes. In the first part, I talked about the classics, from silent films all the way up to today. And I said a lot of good things about the old ones, and a lot of bad things about the new ones. So yeah. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about modern horror films and maybe remakes. Maybe it will be another part. We'll see. Alright, so now I want to go through the cliches in modern horror films. Well, already talked about it's always a killer who kills teenagers one by one. There's always teenagers in the modern horror films, and so forth. So now we're going to find more cliches. Now, often in the modern horror films, they come up with the origin of the killer. And there's always in origins of the killer, it's similar to other horror films that came way back before the modern film that came sometimes in 2000. And really, can't they come up with something new? There's always something about when the killer was a boy and, I don't know, his parents abused him or something. There's always something like that. And come on! Can't they come up with something new? Like, when he was a kid, he was in the forest and he saw a man killing someone, and then the kid got, I don't know, he couldn't take it and became a killer himself because of what he saw. Well, that's almost like Silent Night, Deadly Night, isn't it? Well, something like that. Come on, you can't. Hollywood, can't you come up with something new? It's just stupid. And yes, we talk about the teenagers, and the woman always survives in the end, and all of her friends are dead. Cliches up in my ass. I mean, these cliches are just fucking terrible. It's old and it's just terrible. I can't take any more of these cliches. I've seen so many modern horror films, and they just have every goddamn same cliche. One movie I have, Boogeyman 2. A woman who is in a mental hospital, and then the boogeyman, a guy who dresses up like Boogeyman, tries to be like him, kills people one by one. And guess what? The girl survives in the end. It's just, some of you may think it's not that bad. Well, for me, who's a big horror fan, just can't take it. Because I've seen it so many times that it actually hurts my soul. And my eyes. It actually damaged my eyes for seeing so many repeated things over and over again. And so we have the killings. There's so many killings, and it's just the same as the 80s films, like Friday the 13th. So many others, it's just the same killings over and over and over again. And one thing I'm also very tired of is blood and guts. I mean, I like to see it on film, but now it's just too much. You know, I don't mean that I can't stand sitting through a movie with a lot of blood. No, it's just that I'm just... Can't they make a movie without blood? Like the old ones. Halloween, for example. It was almost no blood in a movie. Black Christmas, almost no blood. What other films? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, almost no blood. You could see some single drop of blood, but you know it wasn't floating like Brain Dead or something. Phone's ringing. I'm not gonna take it. And my dog is barking. You've probably seen her in some of the woods. I think. If I have deleted her. I don't know. But back to horror films. Where were we? Yes, the cliches. Yeah, the cliches. Sorry, my mother took the phone and I don't know. I'm wondering who she is talking to. It's not often the phone is calling, ringing at home. It's often. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just. All right. Where were they? Damn it. What were we talking about? We talked about the blood. Yeah, it was the blood. Yeah. I mean, I like blood, but does it really have to have blood in every single horror film? I mean, come on, is this so important to have blood? Of course, it's supposed to be realistic, but you know, a lot of people like to be gross, and I like to be gross, but it gets old. And every kind of horror films, each year that comes in 2000, the horror films just tries to be more and more violent, more blood and guts. Is it so necessary? We've seen it all in the 80s. Nothing can top movies like Brain Dead and Reanimator and Return of the Living Dead. No movies can top those. Those are one of the goriest films ever. So why are they trying to make more gore in modern horror films now? Because they can't top it, and it's often CGI, and it looks fake. The old ones used real special effects, not computer animation. It's almost 10 minutes now. I'm still talking about modern horror films. That... You know what? I've been talking over half an hour talking about modern horror films. The bad stuff about it. That is well made. That is well made by me. Talking so much shit about modern horror films. You gotta agree with that. It's just so much I want to say. In the beginning of the video, I said I would talk some remakes, but really I don't want to talk about remakes. You know what? You know why? Because everybody know that when someone say they hate remakes, everybody knows why. There's really not much to say about remakes. There's so many people talking about remakes nowadays. And that's just the way it is. So I really don't want to give any opinion on remakes because I probably have the same opinion like and every other people. So yeah. So there's so much more I want to say, but I can't come up with everything right now, or else I have to make a script, and I really don't want to do that. I just don't have time. So yeah. So for now on, I want to do some videos of this, if I can promise it, because often I promise those things, it never happens. But you know, it's finally free from school now, and it's weekend coming, and I can do a video. I can relax and make a video. But when I come home from school, I'm really tired and don't want to do any video, if you understand. So yeah. So I think that was all. Yeah, I really want to make more kind of vids like this, like talking about modern films, like how young people nowadays look at films, and the CGI and a lot of stuff. Present day films franchise, maybe, if I make my promise. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this 3-part video of my opinion on modern horror films. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. So yeah, goodbye.